Mr. Toploaded Gaming, the fucking garden gnome who thinks he's intelligent.
Hey everyone, Trevor at Toploaded Gaming. So, Rich at ReviewTechUSA made a video saying that Hancock deserves a second chance. Smash JT and D-Dave and Retro Bro all made videos about it. So, I'm going to discuss it here as well. And you know, one thing I've kind of always wanted to stay away from is talking about Hancock's museum. It's just something I've never really cared enough to get into because so many people talk about it. So, one of the things about his museum, he has it on his Patreon that anything that he gets, it goes to adding games to his collection that he doesn't have, and it also goes towards upgrading and maintaining his channel. So nothing on his Patreon really says anything, really gives any guarantee that he's going to be putting something directly to the museum. So to be 100% completely fair, there that is. Has to be said. Okay? But to be completely transparent with your audience, there's nothing wrong with being transparent. You should be transparent with your audience. It's that simple. So, the less transparent you are, the more questions you are going to have. And then when you're blocking people and for asking very simple questions, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. And that's what John Hancock does. Now, I think it's on the consumers, the people that are donating, to educate themselves on this. When you're donating to somebody, when you're giving your money away, before you give that money away, you should probably educate yourself on where that money is going to. So the whole narrative of like people being swindled and all of that stuff, like some blame has to be on the person giving the money. You know, a fool and their money are soon parted, is basically what I'm saying, right? That doesn't excuse Hancock. He still, in my opinion, should be fully transparent, especially when you have fans that are donating to him, and he'll block him for saying, "Hey, you got an update on the museum?" Boom, blocked. What, John? I'm a patron of yours. Oh, and by the way, one real quick interjection. The website is Patreon. If someone joins someone's Patreon, they are now a patron of their Patreon, right? Like that's how it's said. I know there's everybody that's like, oh, he was a Patreon of theirs. No, he was a patron of theirs, right? So, you know, I know I'm being a Nazi about it, but oh, that drives me crazy. It's a patron. You're a patron. All right, moving on. So there's been this story about this Megatron manga person, right? That supposedly donated a bunch of his childhood games to John Hancock. And then afterward, he asked for a museum update, and John Hancock blocked him and all this stuff. Now, first of all, I tried looking into this a while back. I even asked people for proof. See, that's the thing. When you make a claim like this, the burden of proof is on the person making the claim. So that burden of proof is on this Megatron manga person to prove what he's saying, right? So the guy should have some sort of email communication or DM communication, the pictures that he was showing to John, like, hey, John, are you interested in these? I'm willing to donate them to you. There should be some evidence of those communications. I have not seen any of that. I have not seen anything to validate this story. Secondly, now I've traded with people, with other YouTubers. I've sent people things completely free. One of the people I've sent to in the past is my buddy Jesse at Bithead 1000. I've sent him things before. I never felt entitled to any sort of say in his channel. Like, to me, that's kind of overstepping your bounds, you know. Plus, the dude's my friend. It's not something I'd ever do to the guy, right? So, I think people are entitled to ask questions, sure. But just because you send something to somebody doesn't mean, like, you have any more say on things just because you did that. I mean, some of these people, I imagine them sending, you know, a duplicate copy of I don't know, name a fucking $3 game. And all of a sudden they feel emboldened to, like, oh, you need to answer my questions right now, or else, you know, there are a lot of unreasonable people. But there are a lot of valid criticisms that he could be better about addressing. It's that simple. And now on to the main topic. Does Hancock deserve a second chance? I believe in second chances. I believe in second chances when that person has earned that second chance. I'm not about cancel culture. I don't believe in canceling people, right? But I do believe when you do certain things that you can completely blow your credibility. And I think that's what John has done over the years. By his actions, he's blown his credibility. Now, in the past, I had noticed that John was making videos about at-games consoles, and the very console that he'd review in his video, he would take that identical console, make an affiliate link out of it, and put it in the description of his video, and he wouldn't label it as an affiliate link. And the thing is, it turns that video into a review. So all I said to the guy was, you should be marking this as an affiliate link. I told him it was a bad look. I also said the reason I looked into it was because he was willing to argue with people that they were wrong about at-games when some of these people, including myself, legitimately had at-games products. We had them. We weren't just lying and saying, you know, oh, we have them and we think they're shit just to shit on the products. But he was acting like that. He would get defensive towards at-games. And I found it suspicious, so that's why I looked at it in the first place. And when you're making a video review on a game console and you're putting that in there and you're getting money based on those sales, it kind of could be looked at like you have an incentive to make a good, positive review of it, because the money you generate off of this affiliate link, if you have a poor review up there, who's going to click on that affiliate link and buy that console? Yeah, you might only make $3, $4, $5 per sale, but if you have 100 people buying those consoles, let's say a month, you know, it can add up. But either way, it's still not a good look. That's why full transparency would be better. But what did Hancock do in response to that? He blocked me. And I know for a fact that more than one person who is friends with him in real life has approached him about the videos that I made and was tried to, I guess, explain it on my behalf. Not that I asked them to. Not that I asked them to, because I didn't. But I've had more than one person tell me that they're friends with him and they've gone and said, my videos weren't, the way he portrays them to be. But still, he blocked me, is what it is. So that was my first brush with Hancock. Now you have Smash JT and D-Dave, and it's the same thing. He blocked them, but he also flagged them. And since Rich at ReviewTechUSA called him out, he backed off and supposedly retracted the strikes. He still hasn't unblocked them. He ends up apologizing to the YouTube community. Never really addresses Smash or Dave. Instead, he responds to Rich, not the people that he targeted. That makes no sense. His video was a complete non-apology. That's what it was. So, a second chance, man, I really don't see it. I don't see it. Not when he's still acting like the Gestapo on his channel. I keep saying it. I've been saying it for a while now, just to don't do that. Historically on YouTube, when someone disables comments or they disable ratings, or they govern over their comments and they scrub everything, usually that person has been an advocate of censorship by any means necessary. They do shady things like false flag videos. They do other shady tactics sometimes, like doxing and doxing attempts and all of that shit. So it's just a sign that the person is shady. So I definitely don't trust Hancock. That's for sure. Who knows what he's been up to, if he's willing to false flag these videos. If Hancock really wanted a second chance, it would be really simple. He would just stop with the censorship in his comment section. Stop with the censorship with his ratings, and he'd reach out to Smash and Dave and make things right. It's that simple. It's that simple. And then, if he continues doing that, he'd have done a 180. Just completely turned around. And it's that simple. That's all you have to do. It is so fucking simple. People are just telling him, lining him up like a child playing t-ball, like everybody else, the same fucking analogy, and he can't fucking hit the ball. This person's not worth our fucking time. Move on. It's that simple. Second chance, I don't know, Rich. I don't think he's worthy of one yet. And for you to use your platform to say he is, man, that was a mistake. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. This is Trevor over at Toploaded Gaming. I'll see you next time.